Good evening, everyone. It's race 2, social race RSF1 racing F1 2020. Tonight it's RSF1 working again, and joined along with me tonight is Grantastrophe. Hello, Grant.
Hello, how we doing?
Good. You?
Yeah, glad to be back, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, I think everyone's glad to be back. You had a good race yesterday, really, in overall.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting much. Obviously, there was a lot of big boys in the race yesterday, and it was fun to be amongst them.
To be fair, you were with them. They weren't you weren't exactly being lost by them.
Yeah. I mean, I really didn't expect my pace yesterday at all. I was much slower than I was. I think my race pace was a lot better than my quali pace, and yeah, it was really fun. I just got messed up with the VSC. Really, I think most of the lobby did. Really, I think probably 80% of the drivers had drive-throughs because the VSC just wasn't cooperating at all. It felt like a weird glitch. Like as soon as you would go sort of red on your screen, it was so hard to get it back to green. It was just impossible. So I think that's why a lot of people had drive-throughs, and then I did my drive-through, came out the pits, completely forgot about cold tyres, and then car went turn 2, unfortunately, and that was pretty much my race over. But it was really fun to drive on the new game and have a proper multiplayer session with other drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I can't wait till the season starts because that's going to be. If there's anything like yesterday, it's going to be so fun.
Yeah. So yesterday's pace from the drivers that we saw, unbelievable. Like in Q1, a 1:15 dead, weren't it, from Mr. Pigeon Munch?
Yeah, that was a scary time.
Oh, that was absolutely amazing. It's the pace difference between the two games that I've noticed. Like I said, I explained to everyone yesterday that I'm a little bit behind everyone on the game. So the pace difference between 2019 and 2020 is unreal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's such a big difference. Plus, obviously, they introduced that downforce patch. I think it was yesterday morning. So the tracks just got quicker, and I think everyone's found so much more time on the track. Me especially, I found an easy half a second on TT just going around and realising how much more grip you've got around the track.
Yeah, it's just the ability to attack the corner like you used to be able to on 2018 is just so much better, so more usable. Okay, we are getting the streamers coming in live, 13 at the moment.
Hello everyone, hello, welcome.
Hello, evening. How are you guys finding the game? Are you liking it? Are you disliking it? Is there some improvements? Last night we did, speaking about improvements of the game and that lot. Last night we did get a few little bugs that came up in the game during whilst we were streaming and that lot. There was an awful crackling noise for some strange reason. We have noticed as well that the audience or the crowd, you can hear them clap very loudly when you're spectating the cars. So,
love it.
Oh, it looks overcast at the moment, so...
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. Hello, everyone. Hello, Thomas P3. Hello, Kid Cuddy. There's an echo, is there? Might be me. I'll keep an eye on it.
Sorry?
Apparently there's a bit of an echo. Might be me. I'll try and readjust.
Okay, no problem. Have you got the stream playing or anything like that?
I do not. I believe it's my headset, because my headset is terrible. So, it's all good. I think I might have sorted it. So, if it's still there, let us know.
Right, okay. So, different grid tonight. There are some revisits to the track tonight from last night's race. As there were some positions, some seats open to drivers. Within 2 minutes of the lobby, so we thought we'd just get the lobby full and everything. Okay, so Primus is the first one out on the track at the moment in the Ferrari. Bold, all I'm going to say about that one. Very bold going in the Ferrari.
It's very strange this for me, because obviously racing in season 2, you've seen everyone in their cars that they were in. For example, Primus had the Mercedes, and so on and so forth. So seeing people in different cars on stream is a bit strange. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does feel a bit weird.
Yeah. It's. Oh, Easton's retired from the session. What's happened to Easton?
It looks like he's retired in the pits. He might just want to be starting
Okay.
back at the grid. He might just want a bit of a challenge. Last the first challenge.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Because he did race
that'll
yesterday,
be
didn't he? So.
Yeah, so fair enough. He's probably thinking, oh, I'll let these guys have fun on their qualifier and not get in the way of it. Fair enough. Fair play to him if he's doing that. If he's doing that one. Okay, so Primus now starting his first flying lap in the Ferrari. Let's see how he goes. And Patel's retired from the session as well, so it looks like the revisitors are only just in it for the race. That's nice of them.
Yeah, I like that. A little bit of a challenge for them too. So obviously they were quite fast yesterday, and going through the field is not going to be easy because there's quite a few fast drivers in this. I mean, I'm looking out for a couple today. I think I've got my eyes on RSF1 Cash, Duffer, Hamilton, Verstappen, some really quick drivers that I've seen in this game. I think they're really going to perform. You've got others as well. We don't know. You never know. People could just throw it, like, pull the sandbags off.
I'll tell you who I'm keeping an eye on is Falcon.
Yeah. Yep, I think he's got a real big chance.
I think he's boosted as well. I am interested to see what as well Toto Wolff can. Is Wolff in it? Yeah, Toto Wolff's in here. See if he's improved match pace as well. Prost, be interesting to see from his performance over the last 2 seasons. Oh, a little bit out of shape there from Primus out of the S section on the thing. Oh, he's gone wide and invalidated the last minute of the lap. Well, I mean, a 1:17.5 there, but it was invalidated, unfortunately, mate. Unlucky.
Unfortunate there for him.
Okay.
And you go massive.
So Falcon's in the Haas.
16.3 to kick it off. Funny enough, that's the time I did yesterday.
So
let's see if that's good enough to go through. It was good enough for me yesterday to get, I think, top 10 yesterday, so we can see
what grade of Vinny goes across the line at. 17.1.
And because Primus went wide on the last corner on the exit, it's invalidating for a second lap as well. So he's got to go around again and do another lap.
Yeah.
So
that's scupping his chances there. It is unfortunate on that one. Right, okay, so graded Vinny's completed his lap. Right, here
Toto Wolff coming around
on the track.
Right now, 16.8 from Toto.
Nice. Toto Wolff there in the AlphaTauri. I heard a rumour that he does like this car very much. I must admit, it's very pretty to look at.
Yeah, I do think it's a very nice car. It is a very pretty car.
Yep, it is a very, very pretty car.
Even though it is
nice
plain and simple, black and white, but I think it is a nice car. I wouldn't mind
sometimes simplicity is beauty.
True. Like, in my opinion, and obviously this is just my opinion, the Haas car for me, obviously I know it's the 2018, 2017 version, for me that isn't a very pretty car. I don't know why, I just don't. It's just my opinion personally. Not a big fan of it. I like driving it, I just don't like looking at it.
Okay, so Cash is on a flying lap now, so he's just coming up to turns 1 and 2. Round turn 3 at full throttle. I do like this feature on the game that you can just take it flat out. Riding the apex into turn 4, very nice, keep it tight, don't let the car go wide until now. Hard on your power as you come through up to turn 5. Down the hill, keep it in, otherwise you will lose time. Now let your car go out as you go around turn 5. Down through turn 6 and then get up the hill through turn 7 and 8. Careful, back end can step out on this section, but if you do it perfectly like that, it doesn't. Flat out through turn 9, yes. Holding the throttle there a little bit though, and then down the DRS straight into turn 10, hairpin. Now keep it in, beautiful there, second gear corner. Up the hill, turn 11 and turn 12, keep it nice and tight. Third gear normally, but he's got jumped into second there, fastest sector 2 there. Down to turn 14 and 15 now. Turn 16, very nicely done there, keep it, and then turn 18, hard on the power, let the car travel out of the wide, DRS wide open, ERS is out, 1:15.9.
Nice. Nice there from Cash. And then obviously while you were talking about his lap, Verstappen went and did a 16 flat. So I don't think Verstappen would be very happy about that. Cash has beaten him by probably a half a tenth. If that, not even half a tenth, so very close between them two.
Yeah, that is a good, nice lap there from with Racing Jason. And Hamilton's just done a 1:16 dead as well, 1:16.025. Very close there for second place in the first session of qualifying. Fourth and fifth, there's only a tenth between that one as well, guys.
Yep, definitely just going over the line to do a 16.7, puts himself in the middle of the pack.
Yep, very nicely done there.
Camo gets fourth for the 16.2.
Yeah, Camo in the McLaren today as well. Very nice there.
Nice to see.
And then Camo. We've got
Who's this now? AMS Jaffa just went purple middle sector. Still don't know if that's true or not.
Okay, we're now watching Sturridge. Now, I think Sturridge is a new member of the league, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay, so we'll keep an eye. We'll have a watch at him because, like, I like seeing new talent. It could be a new pace setter here, or let's find out. Nice sector one there, faster sector one there from Sturridge in the Alfa Sport and the Alfa Romeo today. Tidely there through turn 6 and then turn 7 and 8 now, up the chicane, up the hill. Hard and power through turn 9. Nicely done there, flat out DRS wide open. Turn 10, fastest sector 2 there, we're on for a good lap here, guys. Got a little bit wobbly there as you came up the exit at turn 10, then turn 11 and turn 12. Turn 13. 14 and 15, turn 16, or was it? No, it's turn 18. DRS open. 1:16.5, so he lost time there.
Yeah, I feel like that glitch of purple sectors is still there in the game, because I was flicking through drivers then, and each driver had purple middle sector. So unless the middle sector everyone's acing, I think that glitch is still there, to be honest with you, and I think the game is lying to us once again.
Okay.
Which is not surprising, to be honest. So Shrimper is on a lap now as well, coming through the middle sector. Obviously, he was a member in Division 1, I believe, and then he was vacant from the league, I think, towards the end. And now he's back in for Season 3. He's going through the third sector. He had purple middle sector, apparently, which I don't believe. So coming through the last few corners now, trying to keep it as tight as possible, trying to avoid them yellow curves to stop the car from bumping around. He does that quite nicely, coming around the final corner. What's he going to do? Is he going to put himself at the top of the pack, mid-pack, below, straight in the middle, 8th place with a 16.5. Slaps himself in the middle there. Quite a nice time.
Okay, so
by the way,
at the moment is a 1:17.3.
Yeah.
Yes, go on. By the way.
Sorry to butt in there. I've just realised Cash and Hamilton have both improved their times. They're now on 15.7. Yeah. We missed that.
Both, it is literally 0.03 of a second between the two drivers there.
Yeah, very close. I think they'll both be very happy with them times.
Yeah.
I don't think Verstappen will be very happy being beaten by Cash. I know they've got a bit of a rivalry going on. But it's still a very good time for Verstappen there, 16 flat.
Absolutely. So far, game's looking good. How's the quality out there for everyone? Is it all acceptable? Did the echo disappear? Hopefully there's no crackling either like there was last night. It might have been a setting, or it might have just been something from the game. Oh, and that shrimp now coming into the pits.
Beast Pro has just gone off turn, whatever turn that is. Middle sector.
Turn 9 up the hill.
Yeah, turn 9, that's the one. I knew it was one of the turns. Oh dear.
Well, I'd worry if it went off at a straight.
Oh dear. We've got graded Vinny on our lap at the moment. He's going to try and get himself high up than 13th. He's in a bit of a danger zone at the moment. He's once apparently purple in the middle sector. 10th and a half faster though than his last lap. Going around the final sector now, around that long right-hander. Scary on the power. Going around the final few corners, hitting that left and then the right. A bit slow through it, but it gets a nice exit out. Doesn't invalidate on that turn, which is quite handy. Keeps it nice and wide to the line. Improved by 3/10.
P10 though, improved by 3 positions.
Yep. Bumped him up, makes him a little bit safer, but will it be fully safe? We don't know. Don't know what people can pull out the bag.
AMS Jaff has just now started a flying lap on a fresh set of softs. Let's ride on board now as he comes through turn 1, turn 2. Up the hill, carry the momentum through turn 3. Flat out, carry as much speed as you can through the corner. Onto the straight, let the car go to the left hand side, wide as you want to approach the entrance to turn 4. Carry the speed in, let the car slow itself down. Verstappen's retired from the session, so he looks like happy to with his time. Down the hill into turn 5, a little bit of lock up on the front left there, but he does get away with it. On the exit, down the hill, turn 6, then come up the hill to the chicane of turn 7 and 8. Ride the inside curve, watch the exit, don't go wide, otherwise it will invalidate on the track limits. Through turn 9, hold the speed flat out, keep the line there. DRS straight away open. Down the straight, the graded Vinny moving out the way. Harden breaks down into turn 10 now. Little slide there, or little lock up there from the front left. Good there from Hamilton getting out of the way. Up the hill, turn 11, turn 12. Excuse me. And then down into turn 13. Through turns 14 and 15, that chicane, which, he loses so much time there. And turn 16 now. Harden power, let the car go wide on the exit. DRS open, use whatever power you've got left. 1:16.7, improved by half a second.
Nice, good time there. I think he would have improved a bit more if he didn't make that little mistake in the final sector, but it's still a good time. Puts him in 10th place over graded Vinny. I'll tell you what, there's one person I'm surprised about at the moment, and that's Primus Gaming, down in 15th place. I thought he was a bit quicker than that, but he's he seems to be struggling a little bit in this. He's just put himself in the pits. Whether he comes out again or not, it's going to be tight for him if he does.
Yeah, absolutely. And watch out, guys. There's a very slow moving Mercedes in sector 1 coming round turn 4. Okay, there's not much activity going on in the stream tonight, guys. I think people are just laying back and watching, or it might be some drivers out there watching the stream as well, so then keep an eye on what they're showing online.
Yeah, well, this is good to watch because you can always see what kind of, because you know what people are like. They want to impress, don't they? They want to do their best and come out and try and kind of, race at their best ability, and obviously this is the best place to find out what kind of people you could be up against in Season 3.
Yeah.
Obviously, yesterday we saw quite a few drivers who we kind of knew were quick, and they proved to be, and you never know, you could be up against them drivers, so it's good to know, it's good to find out what you're up against. Cash is coming out for another lap. He's coming out for another session, even though he is top.
Doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to, but he wants to. If he bends it now, that'd be hilarious.
I'm ever so sorry. Siri thought I was speaking to him.
I get that with Alexa. Oh. Hello, Slipping Sauce. How you doing, mate? We are doing very well.
Okay, Cuddy. Hello, Stygian. Hello.
I'm very excited for this, for the social races.
Yeah. Tell you one person that I'm a little bit shocked at as well.
Ooh, Shrimper goes
is
top.
Hammer Time Carl. Oh,
that's why Cash has come out again. He wants to have that number 1 spot in Q1.
So Carl now coming through turn 9 there. Ooh, a little bit of snap there by the looks of it from the Red Bull. 6/10 faster than his previous sector to the. Oh! Turn 10 gets a horrible exit.
How has he not invalidated that? I think he get 1 wheel on track and that saved him. Graded Vinny's retired in 11th place. Could be quite dangerous. Looks like he feels confident. Both Alfa Romeos have retired from the session.
Puts him up to P15. He's still in the danger zone. He can go for another lap though.
Yeah. A few people retiring now. Obviously, it's too late to come out of the pits. So you're stuck with what time you got if you're still in. I think the only person who could be in danger is Vinny and Jaffa, because obviously Vinny's retired and Jaffa is still in the pits. Obviously, he's not going to have time to come out for a lap. If everyone else improves below him, then he could drop down.
Shrimper's retired from the session, so he's happy with his time.
Yeah. One person I'm surprised about, Toto Wolf.
Sorry?
He might just surprised about Toto Wolf. I mean, I thought it'd be a bit higher. Maybe he's still warming up to the game. And hopefully he'll obviously show his pace, because I know he's quick.
Yeah. He might have been to the beach.
Cash has gone fastest with a 1:15.4. Wow.
Oh.
Just showing Shrimper what his pace really is like. Well done to him. Congratulations.
Right, so that's Carl. He's finished P15 at the moment, so he's in the danger zone. Primus is out, so old man's in the pits. It looks like the only person now that can knock Carl out of the Q1, out of Q2, sorry, is Stars Orphan 6, who used to be Overcome Orphan.
Yep. Connor, the Racing Point drivers from last season are rapid. Not wrong. You are not wrong. Cash up in first, and then Shrimper in second. Shame about old Mazda, he was a Racing Point driver.
Oh, Stars Orphan's given up on his lap. He invalidated it, so that's it for Q1, guys.
Yep.
Primus, Old Man's and Star Orphan are out, and obviously Easton and Vettel as well, but they did not set times. They've retired straight away from the session.
Hello, Top Notch. How you doing, my friends? Let's go. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah. Time's so much quicker than 2019. Yep. You got pole though. 17.9 really.
Yeah.
17.9. Flipping hell. Over 2 seconds quicker in Q1. No thanks. Also, one other thing that I've heard on the grapevine is they've removed the feature where you crash in at the end of the quali session. So you now go ghost.
Yeah, you just see the cars there slowing down with each other as well, so it looks like they're a bit more reactive. So that's it, guys. That's your top 15 through. So out is Primus, Old Manzy, Stars Orphan, Easton, and Vettel.
Yeah, and your top
Cash
three.
with 1:15.4 in Q1.
Great time, 2 seconds quicker. Very good time.
Yeah. So the top three are in a sub. Well, they're in the 1:15s.
Yep. It's good to see 1:15s already. Looking forward to the next couple of sessions.
Right, is it going to remain dry though, or is it going to be like yesterday and rain?
I hope it rains.
That would. What if they get a wet race this time rather than in qualifying? Well, it looks clear at the moment, so we do seem to be all okay on that aspect.
Yep. Now's your choice, isn't it? Soft or mediums? With the softs, I think you can do the 2-step, can't you? You can do soft, medium, or you can do the soft hard if you're good with your tyre wear. Obviously the 1-step is medium hard. So now, obviously, the drivers are thinking about what they want to choose and what they fancy doing in the race. I'm curious to see.
Yeah, I was gutted too, Pigeon Munch, because oh, Primus, don't ruin my
Primus
day.
ruined it. Oh, we were gonna just wait and see, but that's alright. No rain, completely dry. To be fair, it shows true pace, isn't it? When it's completely dry. Oh, it looks like someone's lost a front wing already. Who was that? I just saw a front wing flying. Is that Hammer Time Car? Hammer Time Car lost his front wing coming out of the pits. Oh dear! I think he
lost an end plate.
Yeah, he's lost an end plate. He hit one of the racing points. I think he came out of the pits a bit too eager. Racing points were in front of him, who weren't as eager, and hit the back of him, unfortunately. So what a shame! He's either going back in the pits, or he does his lap with his broken front wing, which you don't really want to be doing.
So Toto Wolff is out first on track in the AlphaTauri. He's out on the mediums, so it'd be interesting to see what his pace is like on the mediums. Was he holding back there, or did he give it his all in Q1, guys? What do you reckon? He's a bit of a dark horse, I think. I think there'll be more to see from Toto. So he's preparing his car now.
Yeah, I think he's got more in him. Then I think he's taking a few sandbags off, and let's see what he can do.
Okay, so he starts his lap now, DRS open, down the start-finish straight. I'm sure he's using the overtake button there to get more speed.
You can't use your overtake button in this.
Oh, can you not?
No, you are limited to hot lap and none. Which is a bit of a problem, because when you go through your lap, when you get towards the end, you've probably noticed that you run out of ERS at the end of the lap. So at one corner, which is what I do, at one, probably a hairpin or like a tight corner, just go into none for that corner, and then come straight back into hot lap on exit, and then you have enough ERS for the rest of the lap. Yeah. So it's like this corner where Toto Wolff is at the moment. That's where I would go none, straight back into hot lap as soon as you get into the exit, and you then have enough to get through to the finish line. Because you could lose probably a tenth just by doing that, just by running out. But that's just a feature that you learn when you play the game. So as you can see, Toto Wolff has run out of ERS now, unfortunately, but he does do a 16.8 on medium, which is a good time.
It is a very good time.
So
right, okay. I've not done a live qualifying session or a race session yet, so I wouldn't know. I'm still getting used to the basic mechanics.
I'm here. I'm here to help you out. I've got your back. I've got your back. Done so many online sessions.
Yeah, no, I was like I said, I'm a week behind. I had to do all week last week at work. I was gutted.
Yeah, Primus, the bug is still there, where you don't have your number, unfortunately. I noticed that yesterday when I was driving on the halo of the car. It says the number and the driver, which unfortunately for me was number whatever, and then it says Stroll, which I didn't really want to stare at for the whole race, but they haven't fixed that bug yet. But hopefully
I'm sure they'll fix that one. It's just early days in the game yet, so
yeah. Yep. So Shrimper's done his lap on softs. I wonder if he's gonna do that as his banker, pop himself in the pits, get the mediums on. Maybe he's realised he might have made a mistake, or he's jumping in the pits now. So he's just trying to bank a lap there on the softs. Nice little easy one. The Massa goes fastest. 16.7.
16.7 there.
Stop. I'm on that now.
That Falcon on a lap now has just come through turn 9. On the mediums. comes through now. Last chicane. Mind them yellow sausage curves. Oh, he catches one, but gets away with it. .116.9 there from Falcon. Puts him in P3 on the mediums. Very good lap there from him.
Yep. Obviously, with the mediums, you want to either do 1 or 2 laps maximum, and that's it. You want to be just limiting the amount of laps you can do. So you really got to nail your first lap, or try and nail it, and hope for the best. So if you sit on their mediums for 3 or 4 laps, you're starting the race on them. It's going to be troubles when you're in the race.
Yeah, so that'd be unfortunate if and that's anything as well. If you use the mediums early on in the race and you only want to do 1 lap on them, if you've got to come out and respond,
yep,
struggle going a lot faster. Yeah, you will struggle.
That's what I had to do. I think it was in Abu Dhabi. My time wasn't good enough. I had to go back out in the same set. Really made me struggle at the start of the race. And Camo is on his lap now. We'll run through with him if that's right with you. Coming down to the first corner, keeping it nice and tight, and then try not to hit that apex on the inside of turn 2. Go around turn 3 now, nice and flat out. Try not go too wide because it's gravel on that side. Comes down to turn 4 now, long right-hander, braking hard, accelerating out very quickly. It's a nice tight line out the exit. Coming down to turn 5 now, keeping it really nice and tight, and then getting nice and wide on the exit. Very good there from Camo. And then straight down there he goes up the hill. Turn 6 and 7 I believe that is. Very nice there.
Turn 8, turn 9.
That's my bad. Oh, turn 9, he loses it!
Oh,
God. But somehow, once again, we had this last night, we've got it today, no damage against that wall. Easton had it yesterday in Q2. And
square on.
He might have done, yeah, he might have hit it square on. But still, even in the last game, you would have had damage because the front of the car would have hit the wall. But he got very lucky there, did Camo. Very lucky. It looked like a really good lap there as well, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, it was looking very good there from him, but is Carl having a better time?
Yeah. He is. He went back in, changed his front wing, came back out, and he's. I think he's about to. He's doing his lap now. I think he might be going again.
17.7.
Yep. Might be going again. In the meantime, Hamilton have gone fastest with a 59 on mediums. That was quicker than yesterday, I think.
Wow. No, it was a one. Yeah, what was, because obviously yesterday it was a getting damp track at the time when the 116 dead was set. So
oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah. Yep. So Verstappen's done a 16.3 in cash, really close behind him. Again, 16.3. So it's going to be. It's going to be fun to see. It's quite a few people on medium. I mean, Story's done his lap on medium, 16 flat. He's not holding back. So, yeah, Camo's come in the pits, and he's going to kind of recuperate.
Oh, Stars Orphan's left the session.
Again, that's the second time he's left, unfortunately. I'm inviting him back again.
One more time, and then if not...
Yep. Strike through and you're out. Unfortunately. Well, you can do it yourself, basically. I'm not going to spend my evening inviting you, unfortunately. He's retired. Exactly that time he's done. Something has happened to Carl's gearbox.
Yeah, that's another element I think they've added into it. Like, because yesterday Oz's car, his engine just stopped dead.
Yeah. That was interesting. Now, I wonder if that's an actual thing that's been added to the game or it's a glitch. I wonder.
Yeah, it's interesting if they have, because it now adds a massive element of surprise.
Yeah. But you could be driving happily 1 minute, next minute, you know, your car's done dead like Ozzy had yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, he spent a lot of time yesterday behind other cars, which had a lot of dirty air, which could have overheated the engine. We don't know. That could have been.
Yeah.
And then that's what lost him the challenge for first place. But if that's the thing, that's pretty cool, but very annoying for the drivers. Very annoying.
But it makes it more realistic if that happens.
Yeah. Cash goes again. He's gone faster.
Yeah, 1:16.1.
I played to him. I didn't think he needed to go out again, but obviously he has. Again on their medium tyres, so he's done 3 laps on their mediums now, which will be 4 at the start of the race. He's obviously got his...
Yeah. I must admit, the Williams does look a lot better this season.
Yeah, I think it does. I personally prefer the Colgate toothpaste, but it's still nice. This.
Sensodyne will do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No. It is sad to see at the moment what's going on with Williams. Such a team in the 80s and 90s that dominated F1, and then to see where they are today, I just hope that they are able to recover. We don't lose one of the heritage teams of the sport, to be fair. Yeah. So along with McLaren, Williams, Ferrari. They're the eldest team, like the longest serving teams in there at the moment. Because obviously Mercedes, you can't really count Mercedes. Yeah, they were in it originally, but they took a massive gap out of it, and they come back in 2010. Red Bull, they started in 2004, and every other team really just had a rebrand, like Renault team.
Yep. Camo's just gone 5th fastest with a 16.6 on softs. So maybe he didn't feel that confident on the mediums, and he's just gone out on softs just to secure himself a place in Q3. Duffer is now on his lap as well, coming around the final sector. He needs to get up there because he hasn't set a lap yet. He's going to be seeing what he can do in this session.
Okay.
Yep, so it goes first. 15.9 on softs. But he's nearly done the same time as Hamilton on mediums.
Oh, Duffer lump.
A little Duffer, but I mean, quite a few people are out on the outlaps in the bottom 5. Yep, everyone's out.
There's no Falcons going with his head and staying with the strategy.
Yep.
Okay, so Shrimper now starting a flying lap in the racing point, or should we say now the tracing point?
Huh. At least you're not calling the racing
The last
point
time, it'd be the last year we see this car on the grid. The last 2 seasons now. Next year it is changing.
Tell me more.
Aston Martin Racing's coming.
Yes, it is indeed.
And obviously with the rumours as well that the real Sebastian Vettel might be signing for them. Now that Ferrari don't want him and they've signed Carlos Sainz. And the Shrimper now coming through turn 10. A little bit of slide there I heard from this car. Very nice there through turn 12. Turn 13. 14 and 15 now.
He has validated his lap, I believe. Oh no, you're looking at the Shrimper. Oh man, I'm looking at the wrong tracing point.
Nice.
We've just gone through Falcons out.
Falcon's been pushed
Yep.
down to 11th, unfortunately. If he keeps that position, that's not a bad place to start.
Oh, what's Beast Pro doing there?
I think that's his AI, is it not? Or is that his car? There's another glitch with
Okay.
this game, which I found out yesterday.
IMS Jaffa has just massively crashed.
Oh dear. Where's he crashed? He's crashed into the pit wall.
On the start finish straight.
Oh dear.
Car right in the middle of the track.
Oh dear. That's a shame. But yeah, there is a glitch in this game, which I found out yesterday. You can cross the line, right? This is what happened to me in Q3 yesterday. The session ended for about 10 seconds. I crossed the line, and it still let me do my lap.
Really?
Which is what has happened to Beast Pro right now. The session has ended. It ended for like 20, 30 seconds. He crossed the line, and he was still doing his lap. It didn't finish him off. It didn't, like, cut him out. He's now doing his lap. So there's a little glitch in the game with that, which I had yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't improve my time, which is kind of annoying. But, yeah, that's the thing. So, that is Q2, unfortunately. As we are going to move on to Q3, you got your bottom 5 of RSF1 Falcon, Beast Pro, Graded Vinny, AMS Jaffa, and Hammer Time Carl. All starting on fresh tyres for the race. And then you've got Duffer is your man at the front, and then you've got RS Hamilton and Sturridge, 2 of which on the softs, 1 on the mediums. Hamilton with a great time there, the 59. And then medium compound tyres. Very good time. Toto Wolf scraping through by 0.02 of a second over Falcon. So Falcon very close, but starting in 11th place. It's not bad starting in 11th place from fresh tyres, really, is it?
No, not really, because anything can happen in this race. Like yesterday, we had plenty of safety cars and VSCs for sure.
Yeah, every time someone spun, there was a VSC.
It was a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Now it's time to see who has got the true pace. Who's going to put the perfect lap in. Interesting names into Q3 today. We've got Camo, Toto Wolff, Massa, Shrimper, Verstappen, Hamilton, Duffer, Cash, Prost, and Sturridge.
All fast drivers. All very quick drivers. So it's going to be a straight fight for pole position.
So it looks like the Ferrari's getting out early.
Yeah, get your lap in, get your lap done. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, but he's been pipped by Williams. That'll be Cash. That's one thing, Williams is first out of the garage.
Yeah. I think he'll be first out. In real life F1. Maybe not in this.
Righto, so cars are coming out, so we've got a little bunch of 3 here of Wolf, Cash, and of Sturridge.
Yep.
And then looks like
Sorry, go on.
Verstappen and Prost are close to each other as well.
You have to always leave it a space. Oh, it's very close. That was very close. But they left it a space, which is good. But when anyone crashing out,
absolutely.
We're looking at you, Cammy. Please don't crash out again. Because you might not get so lucky next time around. Sometimes, even if you use mediums and softs, you can still get DQ'd. Yeah, and I know that was a thing. Now, I don't know if it's still a thing.
But they fixed a glitch about something in the game today.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been it. There you go, right, Cash on his lap. coming around the first sector, straight down the DRS straight, braking hard into turn 1, coming around turn 2, doesn't hit that curb and slide off, which is quite nice for him, coming in the long, flat out turn 3, beautifully done from Cash there, riding the curb to then get nice turn into turn 4. Goes a little bit wide, but he's still going, it's all good.
Carries speed through it.
Yep, turn 5 now. Keep it nice and tight and then wide on exit. And then keeping it nice and tight around the next 2 corners. I keep saying that too much, I'm going to stop saying that now. Coming around turn 9. Don't overdo it, otherwise you'll spin off. And those look really nicely there, coming down the DRS straight. Hot lap enabled, max fuel enabled, coming around the tight little hairpin there. Coming up this corner here, which is very tricky. You can easily bounce off that curve and fly off the track, which Dyslexic found out yesterday. Go around the last sector now, the last few corners, please don't fly off them yellow curves, which he does unfortunately, but he's still going and he doesn't look like he's lost that much time. Going around the final corner now, down to the straight, what does he do? A 1:15.6. Great time from Cash there. I think he knows.
Nice.
I've seen what he can do, and I think he knows his improvement in that lap. As Prost was
16.3 there from Prost. 16
16
dead there from Verstappen.
Yep. That's what he did in Q1.
Toto. Now starting the lap. Down the start finish straight, DRS is wide open now. Into turn 1, hard on the brakes, slam it right into turn up the hill, turn 2, turn 3, flat out on the right. Let the car go wide as you gain speed. Wide on the apex and then sweep into turn 4, 4th gear. Let the car slow down, go wide on your exits, carried speed out of the corner. Down the hill, down to turn 5, 2nd gear corner, keep it tight, don't lose the speed. Ride the apex a little bit out on the exit, down through the hill turn 6 and then up the hill turn 7 and 8. Again, don't ride the apex because it will step out otherwise or it will invalidate you. Up the hill, turn 9, don't overdo it as Grant said, otherwise it will on the apex and oh, it is an invalidation!
Good lap there. Fortunately for him, went a little bit too wide on the exit, which happened to a lot of people.
It is happening to a lot of people there.
Yep, he straight into the pits as well.
Yeah. Get them set of boots off and then put a fresh set on.
Yep, the Red Bull coming around now. That's Verstappen. He's going to start his lap. His second flying lap of the session. And try and improve on them tyres. Who's that shrimp on a lap coming down the DRS straight? Goes purple middle sector with a 49.5. So get the numbers out today. Gets around that tricky left and then right. Very good, didn't step out there. In the final sector. Overstepping the curbs. Oh, be careful. Slows him down a bit, yeah.
Oh!
Ooh. Oh dear. Was that on purpose or did he lose the back end?
I don't think that was on purpose.
I think he lost that much time that he just decided to come straight into the pits. Because, might not have been worth it, or I don't know.
Right, okay, so Massa in his Ferrari is just now about to finish his out lap. Let's ride on board now. He's sporting the Michael Schumacher red Ferrari helmet. Is it going to bring him luck now? As he comes up the start finish straight, DRS open. He's using maximum power to get as much frontline speed as he goes to the start finish straight. Hard on the brakes down to turn 1. 4th gear, turn 2, hard on the power, up the hill, turn 3, flat out there from the Ferrari, sounding beautifully as she comes up the hill. Go wide now for the entry of turn 4, sweep the car in, she will slow down by herself. Let the car go wide on the exit, carry the speed more. Turn 5, down the hill, tight line. Down the hill now into turn 6, flat out, gain as much speed as you can, then wide into turn 7 and turn 8. Watch the apexes there as well, it can unsteady the car, turn 9, up the hill, beautifully done there, DRS open. Hard on the brakes now for turn 10, a hairpin. Good exit there. Turn 11 up the hill and then immediately right for turn 12. Gone a little bit wide, but doesn't lose too much time. Turn 13 and 14. No, 14 and 15 now.
Ooh, that was close.
And then turn 16 gets away with that one. A 1:16.09.
Look at that. Look, the 3 people are 1:16 dead.
Yeah.
Now it is tight. It is one tight back here. These top drivers. Cash is still top with his 15.6. Can anyone beat him? Can anyone get to match his time or even better it? I wonder. Evening, Junior. Welcome to the stream.
Yes,
Weird.
welcome.
Loving the comms duo. Thanks, Primus. Greatly appreciated.
We're doing our best.
Yep. Just where we left off in season 2.
Indeed. And also, we were a little bit of a team in season 2 last. Yeah, we were, weren't we?
We were, yeah. We had a lot
Work
of streams
together.
together towards the end of the season.
Absolutely. Right, okay, so Prost now about to start his second run. 3 minutes left to Q3, so a lot of cars, well, there's a few cars that are left in the garage will be coming out later, fingers crossed. Okay, so Prost, you want to take it away with him?
Yep, I can do indeed. Going down the start finish straight, DRS open, hot lap, 8th gear, max power, going down. He now brakes heavily into turn 1, turning, gets a lot of curb, but survives.
Oh, no,
Just invalidates in turn 2. He was very lucky not to spin it. I think he came off the power on that corner, and that kind of adjusted his car. However, he did take too much curb and invalidate, unfortunately for him. I'll tell you what I'll do Verstappen's lap instead, because he's just about to start, coming around the final corner, trying to get as much speed as possible coming out the corner. DRS enabled, 8th gear, reaching 200 miles an hour down the straight, hot lap, max fuel, straight line speed with that Honda power, braking hard into turn 1. Coming around turn 2, he doesn't make the same mistake as Prost, which is very good from him. Flat out turn 3, all the way around that really long right-hander now. Trying to get as much speed, taking as much curb as possible on entry into turn 4. Taking the wider line round there. Very nice run there from him. Coming around turn 5. Does have a lock-up,
there.
but he's alright. He's still with it. And kept his composure. From around turn 7 and 8 now, keeping it nice and tidy around there, no problems. Come around turn 9, does he overstep the mark? No, he just does that perfectly. No problems there at all. Go around the hairpin there of turn 10, hits that nicely, coming around this really hard left and then right corner. But he does that quite nicely, coming around to the final sector now. The trickiest part of the track, in my opinion, takes the last few corners. Hits them corners quite nicely. It looked like he lost the back end, but I think he just corrects the car perfectly. Coming around the final corner now, what is he going to do? It's going to be in the 15s, 1:15.658. Beats Cash's time by 200 tenths of a second. Very good lap from Verstappen there. However, Cash is on track, and he is going 2 tenths quicker. He is on a rapid lap, is Cash. He's going to go around the final corner now. What's he going to do? He's going to beat it. He's going to be the 14s. Not quite. A 52.
1:15.2.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, wow. Very good from him. Very good lap indeed. He's very happy with that. Hamilton has... he's in the pits. He's not coming out again, so he is done. He's done. He's in 3rd place at the moment, provisional 3rd. Oh, he left the session, apparently. I didn't see that, I'm afraid, so I'm very sorry if that was my fault. However, I was so busy looking at these fast times, I didn't quite clock onto it.
Right, okay, we're on board with Cameron now. He's coming up the hill up to turn 3 now. He's taking it flat out. He wants as much speed as he can. This is his last attempt now at his run. He's currently sitting in P5. Around turn 4, beautifully done there. Nice smooth on your exit as you come through the gears now. Down the hill, turn 5. 2nd gear, keep it tight. Exit wide. hard on the power, down through the hill, turn 6, up the hill then to turn 7 and 8. Nicely done there, a little bit of the apex used beautifully there. Turn 9, take it flat out, ride the apex, keep it tight though, but don't go too wide because the car gets unbalanced and it will invalidate. DRS open, hard on the brakes now for turn 10. Let the car rotate round now, hard on the power. Turn 11, turn 12, the car will rotate and it does beautifully well in the McLaren here. Turn 12. Turn 13, down into second gear, turns 13 and 14, mind the yellow sausages, they are perfectly executed there by Camo. Into turn 16 now.
Ooh, good lap. Good
1:15.6.
Good lap indeed. Wow. So the only person on the lap at the moment is Massa. He's coming around the finish line. Does improve by a 10th, but doesn't move him up past 8th place. Mostly for him. But 8th place is still a good place to start when there's 20 people in the lobby. Toto Wolff didn't do a lap. Nah. He invalidated his first lap. And then he went to go out again. I think he might have run out of time to get to the line, unfortunately. However, what a quality session.
Indeed. Whoa! What's this about them cars ghosting?
Oh. That's what I was told. I don't think it's ghosting, I think they move out of each other's way. I think that's the
Right. So guys, this is the formation. So RSF1 Cash in pole position for 1:15.288. Camo, it's 1:15.62 there as well, very close, not too bad, well, 3/10 off. And then it gets really close, 15.6 from Verstappen as well, 15.658. Sturridge of 15.732. Hamilton of 15.8. Shrimper 15.8. Duffer 16 dead. Massa 16 dead. And Prost 16.1.
Yep, very
Them
tight
times are
session.
close.
Look, love it. I think Cash ran away with it in the end. He had the monster lap. But yeah, very good. Very good from him there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so
Camo for F1.
let's find out.
I think he's playing
Camo
the big
for
boys,
F1.
isn't he?
Cash for F1.
Cash for F1, yep. So yeah, big improvements from a lot of people. We'd love to see. We'd love to see indeed. Now we are just waiting for the lobby host, which is RS Prost, to ready up for the session to get going.
The track's looking a bit greyer out there today, so it could be cooler track conditions, so that might be a benefit to the tyre start for the softer runners.
Yep. Might be a bit
Cooler
easier for
temperatures,
them.
obviously.
However,
Yep.
the soft tyres only last about, I think the pit window is lap 5. Obviously, we'll see it in a minute in the pit windows, which, if you haven't seen it yet, will pop up in a second. It's a very good thing to see.
AMS Jaffa has readied up.
Oh. Whoopsie daisies. AMS Jaffa readied up early. Unfortunately.
Okay, Grunt, do you want to take the formation lap?
I will indeed. For the first time in season 3, we're starting in 20th place. RSF1 Vettel in the Racing Point car. No, that's a silly no. The Renault car. Sorry, it's been a while. Right, let me get into it. Woof. Right, here we go. RSF1 Vettel in the Renault car. And then in 19th place, we've got RSF1 Easton in the Williams car. In 18th place, we've got Stars Orphan in the other Renault car. So Renault car's not having a great day in qualifying today, but hopefully they can make up for positions in the race. Old Manzi in 17th in the Haas car. In 16th place, we've got Primus Gaming in the Ferrari. In 15th place, we've got I nearly forgot. Shush. In 15th place,
It's big, it's red, it's a Ferrari.
in 15th place, we've got Hamilton Carl in the Red Bull. In 14th place, we've got AMS Jaffa in the new Alpha Tauri.
Yes, I said AlphaTauri because that is the right way of saying it. In 13th place, we have Graded Vinny in the Alfa Romeo. 12th place, we have Beast Pro in the Racing Point. In 11th place, we had RSF1 Falcon looking quite pacey, so he's going to be looking to make quite a few positions in the Haas car.
At the end of the lap, mate.
RS Toto Wolf in 10th place in the AlphaTauri. Then in 9th place, RS Prost in the Mercedes. In 8th place, RSF1 Massa in the Ferrari. 7th place, RSF1 Duffer. In 6th place, Shrimper in the Racing Point. RS Hamilton in the Mercedes in 5th. 4th place, Sturridge in the Alfa Romeo. Good qualifying from him. In 3rd place, RSF1 Verstappen in the Red Bull car, trying to use that Honda power. In 2nd place, we have Camo 432 in that McLaren. In 1st place, we have RSF1 Cash, the pole sitter. We have a disqualification already.
Yeah, that's what just caught my attention as well.
Yeah, I didn't want to
right
stop.
then, ladies and gentlemen, we was going to have 20,000 horsepower, but now it's only 19,000 horsepower, about to rev to maximum red line speed or red line revs and hitting the rev limiters, bouncing off them as they get underway. We've got green flags going now. Will the race director get the race underway? Start sequence in. Says, whoa, what's going on, lights?
I don't know. Let's just go for it.
I don't know what happened to the light sequence there, but it doesn't look like Cash has got a very good start there. Camo has managed to take the lead, and also Hamilton's right behind. It looks like Cash is going to drop down to third place. Also, the Alfa Romeo of Sturridge is taking on the inside of Verstappen, so Verstappen's down to 5th place. Hamilton and Camo are also battling through as they come through turn 4 now for first place.
Oh, we got a red one around.
Hamilton
Hamilton car went sideways around turn 3 and then collected one of the run-up drivers, and it's safety car.
We have got a safety car. Oh, there's cars touching everywhere.
Yep. A lot of penalties going around. 5-second penalty for Falcon. There was a 5-second penalty for Stars Orphan going around as well, making a collision with his teammate Vettel with no end plates and a severely damaged front wing, so he's going to be pitted on lap 1. We know that much. What a crazy start. I'm trying to look for damage.
Didn't go very well then.
No, that was a little bit of a glitch. I'm trying to look for damage. Beast Pro's got damage. Falcon's got damage for the collision with Shrimper. Very hard to see. Master damage. Who's coming in the pits? Camo in the pits. Who else is coming in the pits? Falcon, who got damage. Duffer, Beast Pro, Vinny, all in the pits. Vettel in the pits. Vettel hits the pit wall. Vettel just completely slammed into the pit wall. Misjudged his braking point. I was on board with that myself. It was not intentional. He just hit the wall. Unfortunately, misjudged that braking point. And once again, all the order is messed up.
And we've jumped to lap 3.
We've jumped to lap 3, and I think the order's gone back to normal now, actually. But oh no, it's not. Apparently Vettel is in first on my screen. Even though he's in the pits.
Left the session.
Half a lap down. Massive's left the session. Getting back in. Seems to be a lot of disconnects at the moment. Not ideal.
Quite fortunate as well that it is through the safety car period as well.
Jaffa
so,
just spun on turn 2. He's
I
reversing
thought
the
Jaffa
wrong way.
got disqualified.
That's what I thought as well, but he's on track. Now, I don't know what happened, what's going on. I'm a bit confused, I'm not going to lie to you, and I would have thought the viewers at home are confused. Because we're on lap 2 now at least, that's one bug fixed.
Yeah, so it looks like it's caught up with the grid. It's just now waiting for the intervals to catch up.
Yep, because currently there is no intervals. But we've had a mix-up in the order.
So Hamilton is now in first. Duffer, 5-second time penalty with severe collision with Beast Pro. Just leave a dead space. You have to leave a dead space.
Always have to leave the space. Okay, it looks like the interval deltas are now coming back.
Yeah, still very glitchy though. Big improvements, big position changes from Old Manzi up 9 positions. Easton up into 9th from retiring in Q1 up to 9th position, so he's already in the points. Camo losing out. Obviously, he went into the pits. He got rid of them soft tyres, put the mediums on. So he's down 11 positions, so he's going to be looking to make his way through the pack. Beast Pro, who is still in the pits, obviously serving his time penalty. I'm guessing because he was in the pits quite a long time.
Yeah, well, I think he had to serve a penalty for the first time round, and then crazy's first start, few laps of the race there again from the racers.
Falcon, severe penalty with Matt. That's his second one. That's his second penalty on the safety car. He just leave it to space, Falcon. Leave it to space.
So it does seem like the penalties is just as severe in the last game that what they were in this game. Under the safety car. So honestly, just back away.
Back off. Leave the space. Stay within
safety car in this lap, boys. Safety car in this lap. So Hamilton now had lots of experience of doing this himself. So he is now essentially the pace car. He is keeping the grid or keeping the good drivers all line astern, so to make sure that they don't get the jump on him. When will he bolt? Will he bolt after the chicane or at the last corner? Waiting for the safety car now to get in the pit lane.
Massive Falcon. Oh dear.
Okay, and Hamilton is away. We are racing again. So remember, guys, we have got no DRS for the next 2 laps. As the restart, there we are racing again. Green flag conditions. So it looks like RSF1 Cash as well is right behind Hamilton. He's going to get his slipstream as they come up now into turn 1 and 2. But Cash is going to be in the dirty air, so he's not going to benefit from that at all. And it looks like Hamilton's managed to keep it all under control there. Cash does not seem to be making much improvement, and Hamilton is pulling away. 8 tenths of a second, 9 tenths of a second. So Hamilton does look like he's got the measure at the moment. Just maybe Cash is waiting for his tyres to get warmed up and get back into the rhythm of the race. Safety car situation does mess that up. However, Verstappen is back up into 4th place now. He's the 2 tenths behind Sturridge, so he's still within a sniff of a podium as well. And Sturridge is on the soft tyre, so he will have to pit in soon.
Yep. A few battles going on at the back as well between Camo and Stars Orphan. Stars Orphan is in AI. He has left over 3 times, so I'm done inviting him back now. He will join in his own accord. Camo goes for the lunge down the inside. Gets brakes too late though. They go side by side round that long right hander in sector 3. Whilst Duffer is sat there watching. Camo gets the move done there, so well done to him. We have a yellow flag. That's Falcon spinning out in sector 3. Strange place to spin, but he did it. His place to spin, he can do it. Vettel has also dropped pace as well. He was just behind Gordon Vinny, so something's happened there as well. Incident between maybe Vettel and Vinny.
Oh, Prost is round! Prost has gone round!
Yep, infamous turn 2. I did it there last night. It's not a fun place to go. He's lost a lot of position from that as well, which is hard work. However, no retirement. Yep. In lap 5.
Good tell with a 3-second time penalty there, so track limits catching people out again.
Yep. Definitely. Graded Vinny gets past Stars Orphan. Round turn 4, I believe that was. Turn 4, turn 5.
Also, Beast Pro's back in the pits as well.
Yep. Unsure why he may have had another incident. Like Camo is now on the back of Hamilton Carl, and
Carl is on the back of Primus. There's an interesting train here. A bit like a little tiny train.
Yeah.
I think Hamilton Carl is looking to get past Primus in the straight. It does get 3-second time penalty though. Next at the corner. He's right behind. They get all the slipstream he can. He's got the overtake enabled. He's on the inside of Primus. Will he get the move done going around turn 1? No. But will he get it done going around turn 2? He doesn't. There's a spin. There's an accident. Vettel is out of the race. Has he spun on the straight or has he retired in the pits? Let's have a look. On board with Massa. He has done himself on the straight. Yeah, he's on the straight. That is where somebody did it yesterday. I believe it was RSF1 Karim, which is It's Legends or something like that. He in the instant, Primus has DNF'd. Primus has binned it. Primus has binned it. Oh dear, coming up the hill, he's binned it in the wall. That's a strange place to do it, even under safety car as well. He still bins it in the wall. Oh dear.
Unfortunate there.
Well, happens to the best of us, I'm afraid. Oh well.
And you were just saying about no retirements yet? With just
yeah,
two.
well, commentator's curse on it. Obviously, I made a mistake. I'm very sorry to Primus and Vettel with that. I'm not taking the blame for it because I'm not driving, but I gave you the curse. I'm very sorry.
Okay, so far, I'm just watching what Beast Pro's doing, because he's been in the pits every single lap, I think.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I'm not too sure what's going on. Is he...
He's made 4 stops already.
Yeah, is he... Is he racing? Is he in AI, or is he actually... Because he's got his overtake looks like he's stuck on. His overtake is constantly on. If that's a game glitch or not, like a spectator glitch, I don't think it is, because someone had that yesterday. They had their overtake completely on all the time. It looks like he's got that now. However, is he in the lobby? What I'll do is I'll chuck him an invite to see if he needs to join back. However, I didn't see him leave.
No, nor have I. Oh, Primus is running no traction.
Ooh, trying something different. Like it. Me,
Yeah,
I'm a little
indeed.
baby. I stuck to my 2019 assists. Didn't want to change it up.
Some medium traction.
Yeah, I'm on medium track. If anyone's curious, I'm on medium traction, automatic gears, and ABS on and on a pad. If anyone's curious, that is the assists I am running.
Okay.
So please don't talk to me about a pad is OP, because it's not. It's really not. It's very hard on a pad still.
Okay, so 7 laps in out of 33, behind the safety car. So race formation at the moment, RS Hamilton's in the lead, RS Cash in second, Verstappen in third, Toto Wolff in fourth, Frimper in fifth, Almanzi in sixth, Hamilton Carl up into P7, Cameron's eighth, Duffers 9th, Grade Vinny in 10th, Jaffa in 11th, Stars Orphan in 12th, Sturridge 13th, Falcon in 14th, Easton in 15th, Prost in 16th, Massa in 17th, and Beast Pro back in 18th.
Yep. If anyone didn't know as well, RS Hamilton is Unity Hush, I believe.
Yes.
If any of you didn't know or were unaware, that is who that is. I'm just getting excited. Promise, I got on the curb and applied too much throttle, and that's all she wrote. That's all she asked to write. I'm afraid with no traction. Yep. That's all I have to say about that. No traction isn't easy. It's not a walk in the park. Stars Orphan has retired. Has he binned it? Has he binned it? I can't tell. All I know is he's DNF. His name is oh yeah, he has binned it. He's binned it in the exact same place Primus binned it.
No, we're waiting to see. Yes.
I don't think it doesn't look like he's been there. It just looks like the whoa. That's Beast Pro gets a wicked exit out of turn 9. That was scary. Yeah, I think Styles Orphan's car's given up, by the way. I don't think he binned it. I think his car just gave up. It looks like his car just pulled over. Here we go again.
Yep.
Right,
okay,
one.
so
You take it away, my friend.
Is away now.
Ooh! Cars weren't warm enough. Didn't get a great exit.
Okay, so look at Wolf's on the back of Verstappen. What a move there from Wolf. He's moved himself up to third place there. But he's gone wide on the exit.
Ooh, that's cross new last again on turn 2. Saved it though. Lost a few positions, unfortunately.
Okay then, so that is 3 retirements out of the race so far, but old Toto Wolff is on the back there and he's under pressure now from Verstappen. Will Verstappen make the move and take the third place back as they come for the back straight, but on the back short straight? Graded Vinny with a 3-second time penalty, but no, Toto Wolff has managed to keep Verstappen off and he's pressing hard now to get onto the back of that Williams of RSF1 Cash. Shrimper as well is now starting to look very hungry behind Verstappen as well. So Verstappen's got, I think, aggressive and attack and defend at the same time. Never an easy job.
Nope, not at all. Carl's coming to the pits. Is that for front wing replacement?
Oh, Carl's gone into the pits.
Yeah, he's in the pits. Yeah. He's having a front wing replacement. I think he had a bit of damage. Yeah, lost the end plate. Jumped into the hards for the rest of the race. Duffer with a 5-second time limit. Spian in the pit lane. He's retired. That's fair enough. Sturridge is having a go at Massa. Or the other way around. Not too sure. But Massa currently ahead. They're running side by side. Round turn 4. That long right-hander there. Still side by side. Coming into the next corner. The Ferrari on the outside, the Alfa Romeo in the inside. Overtake enabled, Massa just gets past. Just that power of the overtake really just helped him and pushed him ahead of the Alfa Romeo there. So good overtake there from Massa. Good driving for both of them, both side by side in quite a few corners.
Yeah, absolutely. Some lots of battles going on here as well. And Cash is within the second of Hamilton as well. So it looks like that Cash has managed to bring the rhythm back and he's starting to attack for the race lead again. DRS is now re-enabled, so drivers are now to use their little extra toy for overtaking, which is that rear wing opening.
Yep. Camo is trying to have a look at Old Manzi. Old Manzi up from quite a few positions in this race, up to 6th place, so he's doing really well there.
That camera's close enough to make a move just as yet. He's got to bide his time a bit more.
Yep. Everyone's very close together, but it's very difficult to overtake in this game. Because you have that overtake button, where it's either medium or overtake, people just chuck it into overtake on the straight, and if you've got a train of 10 cars all doing the same thing, it's very difficult to overtake. But some people are making good work of it at the moment. So they're doing quite well. Shrimper all at the back of the Verstappen, trying to pressure him into making a mistake.
Yeah, and Cash is now on the back of Hamilton as well. As they come through the chicane, will he make the move? And Hamilton's gone a little bit wide on the exit. Cash gets a great exit as well, coming through the last corner. He's going to use his overtake button. He's going to open his DRS. He's going to make the move now. Off on the left-hand side, he's going to blast past the Mercedes. The Williams Mercedes has blasted past the Mercedes into turn 1 now.
Yeah, great move there from Cash down the straight. Good use of that overtake button with the DRS. That's the only thing Hamilton was lacking, was that DRS. But he's not leaving him alone there, still 3 tenths behind him. Going to be a big battle between those two. Toto Wolff has lost a bit of time, 1.7 seconds behind Hamilton. Obviously, they got that train of him, Verstappen, and Schrimper. Verstappen goes wide on the exit of that corner. That's Schrimper getting moved down the inside. Verstappen's going to try and fight it back. But Schrimper just blocks him off, puts the car in the right place, and keeps that position. So, very good job from him. Verstappen's going to try and get back at him, though, in the DRS straight, but doesn't get enough power to get past that racing point there. Good work there from Schrimper. He just needs to try and catch up to Toto Wolff and get the DRS off him. If not, he's sitting duck on the straight with Verstappen, because Verstappen's very close behind him still. He's not letting him go anywhere. He's almost hit the back of him. Schrimper's jumped into the pits. He's going to go for the undercut of the pits along with Toto Wolff.
Pit window strategy now open for the one stop.
Yep. Yep, so that lap, Cash got the fastest lap of the session on that lap, so he is pushing now. He is trying to not let anyone do the undercut on him. He's trying to keep the position as soon as he pits. And when he comes out, he's hoping to keep first place. So he's pushing hard. He's trying to get away from Hamilton, but it's still in DRS, so he's still there. Giving him a little sniff as Cash goes wide on the entry to turn 8 and gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt him at the end of this race. Oh, penalties are flying out now. Vinny with a penalty. There's someone else there as well, I saw. Beast Pro in the pits again. Not sure what's going on with him. I don't know if that's a game glitch or not.
So that is that Hamilton and Cash are now boxing.
Yep.
Whose mechanic's going to work the quickest?
Keep an eye on Toto and Schrimper. See where they're going. Schrimper's done a purple middle sector, so he is pushing hard on them hard tyres. He's going to try and do the undercut on at least one of the drivers. Keep an eye on him. As Toto Wolff's coming down the straight, he's behind him. The undercut did not work.
But Cash is still under pressure from Hamilton as well, as they both come out very closely behind the pits. It is all to play for. They have got to do the argument on track now. Who's going to walk the walk, or who's just going to talk the talk?
Yep, and can't wait for this race. There is also a big train of AMS Jaffa, Easton, and Massas there as well, along with Graded Vinny. Oh, it's about 5-6 car train. As Sturridge does get 3-second time penalty there. Fortunately for him, and Schrimper gets a 3-second time penalty. Vinny at the moment holding out 4th place. Started on them hard tyres. As there is an instant, Beast Pro has spun once again, infamous turn 2. Right, people in the pits. Storage has spun.
Jaffa.
Storage has spun in pit lane and then retired on track. Storage spun on the last corner, hit the inside of the pit wall, and fortunately for him, tied on track. That's a big shame from Sturridge there, as he was doing quite well in the race.
Yeah.
Camo currently leading the race.
Sorry?
Camo currently leading the race with them medium tyres. Got a comfortable lead at the moment. 4.8 seconds to the car behind.
Yeah. Has crossed there with a 3-second time penalty. Right, so it is all mix and match at the moment. Oh, Easton's gone a little bit sideways there. His back end had stepped out a little bit. It's going to give Jaffa a chance to come up onto again from start finish straight.
Yeah, Massey's coming in pits. He's front wing change. Massa must have had a little instant.
Cash is really pushing now. He's just at the fastest lap, 1:19.1 on hard tyres.
Yep. Got a lot of air space in front of him. 5.3 seconds from the car ahead, which is Mr. Prost. This battle's still going with Easton. Easton has got past Vinny. So he's made that position now.
Yeah.
And he's going to try and work his way forward. Try and get out of that DRS.
Yeah, so they can hope for now.
Yep. Train's still there though. AMS Jaffa is on the back of Granada Vinny.
Right, so Prost is starting to get into this train as well. Stowage spinner. Okay. So, lap 17 out of 33, we're coming up close to the halfway point of the race. So far, it's been quite action-packed, don't you think, Grant?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's very action-packed, and it's still going. It's just, everyone's just stuck at the moment. I think we're at that stage. People want to move forward, but they can't physically because they're using that DRS, they're using the straight line speed. However, that overtake button is just very not overpowered. It's you get max power out of the car. If you're going to use that every DRS straight, no cars behind you are going to catch it. If you're smart with it and you're saving for the whole lap and just using it on the straights.
Oh. AlphaTauri there looking on graded Vinny.
Oh!
Falcon gets a free position there. It's going to be interesting between Falcon and Vinny because they had a few bumps on the safety car. They had a few time penalties on that note. Hopefully they can keep it clean if Falcon does go for the overtake. Falcon's gap is coming down. 3.9 now.
Yep.
Easton has got a 3-second gap to Vinny. He's now pushing to try and get as close to camera as he can. You reckon he'll make another pit stop? Vinny?
I don't know.
Oh, not Vinny, sorry, Easton.
Don't know.
See, I haven't tested how far the hard compound can go. Now, it might be just a fact of hope and pray for a safety car towards the end of the race and jump onto the softs. See what happens, really. Over now, Cash is approaching this battle of RS Prost, Jaffa, Falcon, Vinny. If he does catch up to them, he needs to pass them as soon as he can. He needs to get as much space between him and Hamilton. Because at the moment, they are technically leading in net lead of the race in a sense when everyone pits.
Yeah.
Oh, Hamilton's got past Cash on the straight. Hamilton, nice and easy move, just like Cash did to Hamilton. And there's a spin. There's a, I think that's Beast Pro. Yeah, Beast Pro spun, turn 2 once again, unfortunately.
Oh, he's not having a good time, is he, Beast Pro?
No, he's got that overtake button still stuck on, and he's not happy with the car. He is.
No, I can imagine as well, because he's getting the power when he doesn't want it.
Yeah. and he's got no ERS either. So, for him. So Hamilton past Cash now. All Cash needs to do is keep within that DRS, keep up the back of him, and hope that he gets held up. Hamilton gets held up by this pack ahead, and try and make his move there. How very close is by now? 1.1 seconds behind. They're going to have DRS by the time the DRS check comes.
Yeah, but
Camo's
look at the train. Look at the train behind Graded Vinny.
Yep, that's the pack that they're catching up to. And look, the hard compound tyres are pitting now. A couple of them. Falcon, Jaffa.
Falcon with a 5-second time penalty with speed in the pit lane.
Naughty, naughty. So, Cameron's done quite a smart strategy. He started on the soft compound tyres, didn't he? And then he went on to the medium. Now going to the mediums again. So he's doing soft, medium, medium. So he's going to have a lot more grip than hard compound tyres. It's going to be it's a lot quicker each lap.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up. He does end up behind Trimper. Not that far behind. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. That's Beastbro again.
Probably spun round. Yeah.
Yeah. Beastbro's not
Wing
having
damage.
a good day. Yeah. He's not having a good day. So, Hamilton, right at the back of Prost now. His teammate is their team orders. I doubt it, because it is pre-season. So I wonder what's going to happen here. I wonder if Prost is going to fight it.
Or whether does Prost accept the fact that he's on 12-lap old hard, so his tyres are 7 laps older.
Yeah, going to have Vinny in the pits. So, Verstappen is... Go on, sorry.
Means Vinny is now down into 10th position.
Yep. So, obviously, you've got Prost and Easton. I don't think they're going to pit again. I think they've been on them tyres 13 laps. That was, what, lap 8? Lap 7, lap 8? They pitted. So I reckon they're going to stick on them tyres for the rest of the race.
They're going to try and push it. You reckon they're going to try and push it to the end?
Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon you can take them hards. 21 laps, 22 laps. Yeah, I reckon that's possible. They're going to struggle towards the end. But I reckon they can do it. Still got that train there. The train of Prost, Hamilton, Cash. All currently fighting for position. No, I don't think any more pit stops will be making. All the pit stops are done. So it's now fighting for position. As Hamilton is going for the move. On Prost, gets it done down the straight.
Makes the move.
Nice and easy. Got Hamilton there.
Yeah, so that's Hamilton made quick work out of Prost there, so that now leads it down to Cash.
Yeah, he needs to get past him quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, Hamilton's going to run away with it. Yep, so Verstappen and Schrimper are very close together once again. They were close together before the pit stops. Verstappen on the mediums, Schrimper on the hards. Ooh, Verstappen has a wibble.
With a wobble, and he gets the 3-second time penalty. But then,
Schrimper went for the move, but Verstappen had it covered off nice and easily. Schrimper was very lucky not to lose an end plate there. Yep, so coming down the DRS straight now, Cash needs to overtake Prost on this straight to be able to keep up with Hamilton, because Hamilton has that second gap now. Hamilton just tucks him behind Cash.
Yep. So, at the the moment. Cash, like you say, Cash is still trying to chase down and get past Prost. Again, and there's also, you can see there with the overtake button that Prost was using in defensive terms as well.
Yep, so Strimper's still on the back of Verstappen. He's literally sniffing his bum.
Yeah,
He's looking to try and get that overtake. Oh, there's an incident. Who's that round? That's Massa. Massa's spun. I've done that many times round turn 4. Coming out of turn 4, you just hit the gravel on the outside, have a little spin. Vinny with another 3-second time penalty.
Oh no. That was such an unfortunate. These time penalties, again, last night's race as well, the time penalties were absolutely, they were coming thick and fast. So it does, like you say, the track limits have got very strict, which in a way promotes clean racing. Yep.
This teaches people to stay within the track. Stay on the grey bit. Cash is still stuck behind Prost. Hamilton with a 1.6 second gap. Hamilton's closing the gap down to Easton now. It's now 3.2, was 4.5 a couple of laps ago, so he's doing well to close that gap.
Yeah. But then his tyres are younger, so he's got the grip to use.
Yep. Definitely does. Yeah, so you got AMS Jaffa is catching Vinny at a rate of knots at the moment. Vinny not liking the mediums too much. Jaffa is really enjoying him because he's really catching however he didn't manage to get us. So and he's pushing hard on them tyres to catch up.
Like that Cash is going to try and make a move on Prost. He manages to do it.
Yep. And Schrimper's got past Verstappen on the straight, but brakes way too late. And Verstappen catches him napping on the exit of turn 1, beginning of turn 2. Just goes really wide back to square 1 for Schrimper. Got to think of another way to get past now.
So that is Cash and Hamilton away and pulling away. So will Cash be able to close the gap?
I hope so, because he's shown a lot of pace, and I'd love for him to get a quite high position. Obviously in 3rd place right now, so he's in the podium position place. Haven't seen a penalty. I've seen 1 penalty come up for him at the moment, so doing quite well on that note. So I'm hoping he can push up the order quite a bit.
Yeah. Me too. So you can see now that Cash is
that's how much he's pushing.
Between him and Prost.
Just got the fastest lap. Not closing the gap that much. Still 2.2, 2.3 seconds. However, Hamilton is rapidly catching Easton, so I don't think Easton will make it easy for Hamilton to pass him.
No.
Because it's down to positions now. It's all down to track positions. So I reckon Easton might want a bit of redemption from yesterday. He will be trying to hold that 1st place for as long as he can, which might let Cash catch up.
So it looks like Schrimper and Verstappen are having a little bit of ding-dong and swapping places with each other as well. So it's nice to see there a bit of sportsmanship and
yeah, some good racing going on from a few drivers here.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me for yawning, guys. It seems to like come all over tired all of a sudden.
Can't do that. We're getting to the interesting part now, the end of the race. Prost is pitted. He's in the pits. I reckon he's going to put the softs on at the end of the race. And yeah, he does. Soft compound tyres on. And he's serving his 5-second penalty. He looks of it. He got held. I don't know if he didn't. Interesting. Verstappen's pitted as well for softs. I don't know what happened there with Prost, because he was held in the pits, not for 5 seconds. Just held in. Interested to see what's going on there. Maybe to let Verstappen pass in the pit lane. I'm sure. But Prost and Verstappen are now behind this pack of Vinny and Jaffa, who are battling. And obviously Prost has the faster compound tyres and them soft, so he's going to be trying to get past these as quickly as possible. And just try and make his way up through the pack.
Just so you know as well, guys, Hamilton has caught up with Easton. He's now in DRS.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed.
So, battle for the lead, guys. 5 laps to go. Easton's got a hold up Hamilton for 5 laps. Can he do it?
Sorry to interrupt, but Prost nearly overtook Jaffa on the outside of the final corner. He was basically alongside him out the final corner, so he's made the move now down the straight. So very good move there. Verstappen made the move past Falcon as well. So these guys moving up positions. Prost is now approaching ground of Vinny, so he is trying to make his way up for the pack, like I said, and just do his best in them soft compound tyres, use the best of the abilities of them.
No, it looks like that Hamilton might get Easton on the start-finish straight now. He's been sat there waiting patiently behind him, slowly gathering up his ERS so he can use as much of it as he can to try and get the speed over him. Overtake's now enabled.
Yep, Easton's got overtake enabled as well. He's probably going to... Is he going to go for a dive? Oh.
Not this time.
Holding out. Holding out this time. Cash is trying to keep up as well. He's lost time. He's now 2.8 seconds behind Hamilton. So, at the last stage of these hard combat tyres, he's not enjoying them. Here's Cash. Prost gets past Graded Vinny there. Down the straight, nice and easy move. Vinny losing position to left, right and centre, unfortunately. Onto these soft compound runners. Cash! 3 seconds time, unfortunately.
Ooh, unlucky.
Shall I do penalties?
I think we should.
Been a while since I said that. Right,
4
so we'll
laps.
we'll start with Easton. Easton has 1 penalty. RS Hamilton's clean. He has 1 warning. He's done very well. He's very clean in this race. Cash has 2 penalties. Toto Wolff has 1 penalty and 2
Sorry,
warnings.
got to interrupt here, but it looks like Hamilton's going to make the move on track on Easton now on the inside of turn 1, and yes, he does. He makes it. Easton's coming back as it comes up to turn 2 now. To turn 3. Will Easton make take the position back from him? No. Hamilton's managed to make the move as it now comes into turn 4. Hamilton is now in the lead of the race.
Good move from him there. Hamilton just bided his time. Did a good job. Right, I will carry on. So, Toto has 1 warning. 1 penalty and 1 warning, sorry. Shrimper has 3 penalties and 2 warnings. Camo has no penalties. Camo's clean. He has 2 warnings. That's all he has. So he's doing quite well there, Matt McLaren. Old Manzi has 2 penalties. RS Prost has 2 penalties. Good Vinny has 1, 2, 3 penalties and 2 warnings. RSF1 Verstappen has 1 penalty. AMS Jaffa is on 3 penalties. RSF1 Falcon has 3 penalties. Hamilton Carl, 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties for Hamilton Carl. And Massa is clean.
So interesting seeing as the races cross the line, a lot of chopping and changing in positions then.
Yep, there's a few drivers are clean, so you never know. As Verstappen and Grady Vinny are trading positions, they're going side by side around turn 1 and turn 2. However, Vinny keeps the position. Verstappen looking eager to overtake him at the moment. He's on them soft compound tyres. Trimble with the time penalty. Unlucky for him.
Yes, very unlucky, very unlucky. Track limits, they are catching a lot of people out at the moment.
Yep, definitely is. Verstappen on the back of Vinny now. Verstappen using the overtake. Vinny covers the inside line. Verstappen goes to the outside, locks up. There's contact, there's no damage. Vinny's all good still. No damage there. However, Verstappen keeps position.
Well, Vinny's in AI.
He must be making a clip as Jaffa goes down the inside. Oh, he mounts the curb. They're going side by side. There's contact again. He goes down the move. Vinny just completely cuts him off and pushes him completely off the track. That was a little bit uncalled for. Sorry, however, Jaffa's left off of that. Which is, in my opinion, a bit understandable. There was no space given. There's no sportsmanlike there for me. He just pushed him off the track completely. Drove him off the road, unfortunately, for Jaffa there. He was having a good race. It was AMS Jaffa. That was very unfortunate.
Right, okay, so we are on the penultimate lap. Oh, Mans is having a good race in the house there, sitting there in P8 there, slowly gaining on Prost there. He's on the hard time, but it goes ever so wide into turn 10, so that's going to lose the time that he just gained there as well. Right, so Cash is now within DRS as well of Eastern.
Yep, and even if Cash overtakes him, he needs to bridge a 3-second gap. Because Eastern has 1 penalty, Cash has 2. However, it is the last lap of the race. That went quick.
No, surely not.
It says lap 33 of 33 on my screen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there we go.
I'm sure I said it was 30. There's still 1 more lap to go after this, but hey ho. But no, the game knows best.
Yep, let's keep an eye on it.
And then as RSF1 RS Hamilton now crosses the line, takes the victory. Easton comes across, finishes in 2nd. Cash is in 3rd.
Yep.
What will Toto Wolff do? He finishes in 4th. Shrimper in 5th. Camo.
There's Camo. Ooh.
Jumps to 4th.
Well done to Camo there.
Cross. P7 on Manzi. Jumps to P7, penalties. And Verstappen jumps up as well to P7.
Wow, there you go.
Driver of the day, RSF1 Eastern.
Well done. Starting at the back of the grid.
Yeah, all the way to P2.
Yep, 2 Williams drivers, P2 and P3. Well done to them, well done to Hamilton as well. All drove a great race.
Okay. Do you want to call the guys in?
I will indeed. You want to read it out? So we have
Right.
RSF1 Hamilton in first place, RSF1 Easton in second, RSF1 Cash in third, fourth place Camo with no penalties, did a good job there. In fifth place RS Toto Wolves, sixth place Shrimper, seventh RSF1 Verstappen, in eighth place is Old Manzi, ninth place RS Prost, 10th place Graded Vinny, in 11th place RSF1 Falcon, 12th place was Jaffa, in 13th was Massa, 14th Hamilton Carl, the rest did not finish.
Unfortunate there. Okay, welcome guys. Please make sure you tick the box to include your audio.
And we have everyone, wow, lovely.
Easton.
What?
Tick the box.
I've done it.
Okay, you remember this time. Alright, Grant, you want to take second, I'll take third and first?
Yep.
Okay. Right then, over to RSF1 Cash.
Hello.
Racing Jason, Revan Kevin, Josh Ridosh,
And my new one.
whatever name you want to call yourself.
RSF1
Pardon?
Cash. And my new one. RSF1 Cash.
I said over to RSF1 Cash, that's the first
Oh,
name
okay. Oh, okay.
I said. Well, podium for your first race of RSF1.
Yeah. Well done to
Congratulations. You
yeah,
are
well done
loo-
to,
you are
Easton.
looking,
and Hamilton. Well done,
you
mate.
are, you are looking on point, literally. The times you're setting in qualifying, absolutely unbelievable. You managed to do pole position, but explain the start. What happened there? It doesn't look like you got a good start.
I didn't get a good start. I ain't really practiced starts, to be fair. Plus, I knew Camo was going to be starting on the softs next to me. I knew he was just going to eat me up anyway at the start. I weren't expecting. I weren't expecting Hamilton to come from 6 and then just fly past me turn 1. He must have got a bullet at the start, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's a fun race.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the game?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit quicker than last season, which is good. And yeah, I'm just excited, mate, for the season to start now and see what car I'm in, see who my teammate is, and to get the show on the road, baby.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, it's been a great pleasure to watch you on the racetrack out on the circuit. So congratulations to P3 then. Right, over to Grant to speak to P2.
P2 was RSF1 Easton. I remembered this time. I didn't last time. Congratulations, Easton. Obviously, in quali you started at the back, which I'm guessing was planned. You just because you drove your race yesterday. I'm guessing you just kind of wanted to do a first to last challenge, really, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Help join
thought
you
so.
on that quest.
Yeah. We saw, and obviously by at the start you just kept it clean, and you were up into I think it was like 9th position or something. It was crazy within the first few laps. So you did a really, really good job there. And then obviously second place at the end. You stretched some hard compound tyres out all the way to the end. So congratulations to you. Just what was going through you when you were like when that sort of safety car period came out and you pitted. What was that a plan? Were you like, because of obviously yesterday's race, were you kind of planning on that on the safety car coming out, or was that just winging it?
I would make it to the end because I'd done the race yesterday, pitted round about the same time when the hards took them to the end. Those hards were much more worn though, they run like 75% or something, so I was struggling to turn in the last 3 laps.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good race, and I could have held Hamilton behind if I didn't get caught up in the traffic after the safety car. But as what is, I'll still take second from the back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great
well done to you.
drive. Great
It was
drive.
great drive from you, great wits, and obviously on the spot thinking. Are you excited now for the season to start? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it'd be quite good. And let's hope we get cash. Great teammate, Williams. Happy days.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
And big shout out to No Shows as well for engineering.
Yeah, shout out to No Shows. Well done to him, and well done to both of you for both you William drivers finishing both on the podium. Over to you, Mr. AJ Wickenham.
Okie dokie, race winner, RS Hamilton, former Unity Hush. So, looking to start where we left off from last season, unfortunately, the result didn't go to the way you wanted it last season, but it looked like you're meaning business this season.
Yeah, I'm knackered. I'm sweating. That was a good race. I miss the feeling of league racing. Been 5 weeks since the last one, so I'm eager to start league racing already.
Okay, brilliant. Good race from you as well. You managed to take the lead off Cash there initially at the earlier stages of the races, and then keep ahead net lead and everything like that. Then obviously, were you a bit worried when Easton decided to come to the pits early and stay out on his current set of tyres?
When I passed Cash, I was like, okay, I'm in the race lead, and I saw Ethan. I was like, oh, for God's sake, a 5-second lead. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that down. Then I knew we would struggle for tyres at the end, so I just bolted on my ERS. So glad he couldn't keep up really.
Okay, excellent. So that was all good to watch as well. So lots of action packed. There's good clean racing going there from what I could see from drivers as well. Everyone seems to like the racecraft and everything on this game just seems a lot better and more easy to control when you're side by side with another car.
Me? Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I think so, yeah, really, yeah. Got nothing to say, really.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Right, okay. That is it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are back tomorrow, and tomorrow is Verstappen and Top Notch bringing the streaming to you, or the commentary to you. I am actually going on track tomorrow. I'm going to have my first go in league racing, so wish me luck, guys. Once again, like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing this race to you.